It's my opportunity today to talk to a friend of mine out in, of all places, Holdridge, Nebraska, clear out near the sand hills. And his name is Robert McCormick, and Robert is a co-partner in a company called Glyon, or if I think I'm pronouncing that correctly, and they make an electric foot scooter. And of course, when you think of these things, you're thinking, well, this is like something you would do on one of the coast, right? This is California kind of stuff. No, people actually do stuff like this here in Nebraska, and we want to talk to them about it. So, Robert, good to talk to you again.
Well, Bill, thank you. The same. Great to see you, and really appreciate the opportunity to visit with you about our Glion Dolly electric scooter.
All right, very good. Now, this, by the way, is not the first scooter you came up with. You actually had a Kickstarter and launched the original version. So let's take us back a little bit, first of all, and give us a little history. How does a guy from Holdridge, Nebraska, get into selling electric kick scooters on Kickstarter?
Well, I tell you, it's passions. You just got to do what you're meant to do. And I have a passion for renewable energy, and ended up working on developing a project, a large wind farm in northeast Nebraska, and one thing led to another, and I began working on solar projects in the Central Valley of California.
All right.
And there I met a dear friend, Jeff Kong, who was working for a company that we were part of a joint venture with. And Jeff and I became fast friends, and we Jeff lives in Chicago but grew up in Shanghai.
Okay.
And he came to Nebraska for a reverse trade mission, and then he and I and a friend of ours, Wei, went to China. We learned about lithium-ion batteries.
Okay. And what was the sort of the time frame for this?
This was in August of 2012.
Oh, okay.
We made a trip that spent a little over a couple weeks just touring lithium-ion battery manufacturing facilities in China, learning about the manufacturing process, and through that began brainstorming applications. And we very quickly landed on portable transportation. And when you think about portable transportation, or at least when we thought about portable transportation, we quickly landed on this scooter frame. The standing board is so ideal to house your battery. And with the hub motor technology today, you know, you can add a motor without any chains or grease, and it's so compact.
Right.
And it's so easily to fold. And again, the idea was to develop a transportation device that could transport you, but you could also easily carry with you for kind of the perfect public transit solution.
Yeah.
Jeff was a key part of this, and he was telling me that when he lived in San Francisco, he had to take the BART station, and it was about a mile from his house. And so that mile, while he was walking to the BART station, he was thinking about, I wish he could do it faster.
Do it faster, right? Yeah.
And so so we landed on this scooter platform, and I know you think of kick scooters as being for kids, and they're fun, and in that sense, you know, it is a very fun platform. Kids know what's fun. But it's also very, very practical for our application of a last mile public transit solution.
Right. This is something that people like, for example, Dan Sturgis, who I've known for a long time, a huge, transportation advocate, has been pushing for some time is let's come up with some last mile solutions. So absolutely. Well, so you did you guys sort of engineer this, or did you find the first one, of course, did you find a firm that was already making them? I mean, how did the particular first one come about?
You know, the first one, we started off focusing on, and everything, one of the things that I've learned is you have to think of growing a business in steps, not leaps. Leaps you can fall, and steps you just take one step at a time.
Right.
And we began this, though our goal was always portable transportation. We thought the first step is let's just build a very solid, reliable, affordable adult kick scooter. And so we focused on developing that platform. And that was our Model 100 that we introduced on Kickstarter back in September of 2000 and what would it be? 14. Okay. And I think on Kickstarter sold a little over. Had a campaign in which we reached a little over $100,000 in
congratulations!
Yeah. It was just a great experience, and gave us the opportunity to make that first batch that we delivered to our backers in the spring of 2015. All right. We've got a little over. Don't hold me to this exact number, but around 350 out in the field, and they've been very well received. But it was through that Kickstarter campaign that we'd been always working on. All right, how do we make this platform, even though our scooter only weighs 26 pounds? Okay. It's still something that you don't want to carry it long distances, right, or for that matter, carry it in a crowded setting because, well, you've got your wheels and the undercarriage, and so we're trying to make it so that you could easily fold it and walk with it like you would a rollerblade. That was right. in our mind, right, being travelers, that's kind of a very ideal portable device that you can walk with very easily. Right. And so we, I don't know how many prototypes we developed in which we really thought of trying to fold a scooter every which way, so it would transform from that adult scooter platform to a rollerblade platform. Right. And it was really through shooting the video for the Kickstarter campaign in which we were watching an actor and how they were just handling our scooter on a public transit setting, and the solution just became obvious. Yeah. And so very quickly after that campaign, in addition to going towards fulfillment, we went full speed ahead on prototyping what we call the Glion Dolly feature. Okay. And it's pretty simple. All we're doing, which is, we're simple people. This is what we can do. If you want a scooter that's got lots of gadgets, this isn't the scooter for you. If you want a scooter that's reliable and affordable and practical and fun, this is your scooter. Okay. And that what we've got is we've just very simply attached roller wheels at the base here. Okay. A retractable handle. This is our prototype. Oh, okay. So then. There we go. Yeah. And then you can also stand next to it. So if you're in a train, it can be right by your side. Right. We have a cover that goes over it so you don't have to worry about anyone rubbing up against it. Right. For example, I think, I'm not certain of the city, but I believe some of the cities require that if you're going to bring your folded bike onto the public transit during rush hour, you need to have a cover for it so people don't rub up against it. Right. And so we're having that same feature available for our product. Okay. Well, let's talk a little bit about the performance then here. The first version, what was sort of your goal in terms of recharge time, speed, range, that type of thing? Absolutely. Well, we've got a 36-volt, 6.6 amp hour lithium-ion battery. It can recharge in about 3.25 hours. Our speed is 15 miles per hour. Okay. As you know, we could certainly make it faster, but our view is that for our application, 50 miles per hour is plenty fast. It's basically covering a quarter mile in 60 seconds. So it's a lot faster than anybody can walk. That's about 5 times faster than most of us can walk. It's a sprint. Yeah. It's a sprint. Yeah. So our view was that's plenty fast. Again, the wheels are 8 inches, and that's it's probably one of the necessary things for us to create portable transportation is we have smaller wheels. So I'm trying to think. Our range is 15 miles per hour on a single charge. Okay. We've got some requests for further range, but at least our experience is that we can obviously do more. It just starts upping our price more. At least for our application, we think 15 miles per hour is plenty. We do have a few of our current backers that what they've done is bought a second charger, so they're charging both at home and
work,
at the
right.
office.
Right.
And they're putting, I think a few of them are putting 50, 60 miles on our scooter a week and getting the great and saving, lots of time during the day, because otherwise they were walking that trip to the bus station or to the transit.
Right. Yeah. Well, this is a perfect kind of illustration of that. So you've got the first one. You got about 300 of those out there. So when you did your Kickstarter, this is coming now from a guy who's coming off of a failed Kickstarter. So what was it that you guys did? Was it, I'm offering advice to me and to everybody else. What was it you guys did that put you over the top?
Gosh, I don't know. Our goal was 40,000, and we worked very hard on pre-launch, getting making a lot of people aware of the campaign, so that when we launched, we started very strong, and we had lots of friends. And family that we leaned on, and they supported us. And that I guess you just, I think just worked and worked and worked. And I'm sure some of it was just silly luck, but that
or a good product probably helps too.
Yeah. It was obviously we think it was a very, very solid product, and so. I don't know, other than I know that the advantage to me of Kickstarter is that it gives you the chance to get going sooner. Again, what it enabled us to do is really start learning about marketing our product and interacting with people that are interested in our product, before we had inventory.
Yeah.
And that's a big deal. And obviously, it was a very nice situation to be making our first batch, knowing that we had a home for them.
Yeah. So did you have a prototype built first? What was sort of the you didn't say, well, we're going to build 350 of these and then we'll sell them at X price. You probably had this prototype and then figured, well, here's what it costs us to build the prototype. So
exactly.
Walk me through that a little bit. What was the thinking there?
Well, I've lost track of the number of prototypes we've gone through, but I know that in the Kickstarter campaign in 2014 began in September, and we had a working prototype that we were shooting all of our videos for in June. And continuing to make improvements throughout that process. But it was pretty solid by then. And we did, on our first campaign, we priced it very aggressively, but that wasn't an accident. This was our first product coming out of the box, and we thought we needed to price it very aggressively to give that Kickstarter campaign a chance for success. I do think that in hindsight, we were fortunate maybe that it was just the right size campaign. It was a very solid first batch that we made, but yet on the other side at that price, I don't know if I would have wanted to make that many more, to be honest. It was priced right, but it was more of a break-even sort of price.
Right. So this basically, the first one was, in a sense, get your feet wet, see what the market is, see what people want, what they like, what they're willing to pay.
Exactly,
And then that leads then to where we are today, which is the version 2 or Gen 2 or whatever you'd like to call it, the Dolly version here. So what's your sort of thinking there? You've now launched, I believe you were going to launch here this week or whenever, a new Kickstarter. So what's sort of the strategy there? What are you looking for to accomplish that? Again, aggressive pricing or what?
Yeah, again, it's obviously we're pricing it aggressively. We launched this past Wednesday.
Okay.
Again, a $40,000 goal. We're, I think, a little over 2/3 on our way there. I think we've raised about 27,000.
Good for you.
Yeah, it's amazing. I think we've got. I mean, one of the things that we're working very, very hard, but I almost want to burst into tears. It makes me feel so proud. Is I think we've got something like 41 backers,
Right.
and of those 41, 17 of them are returning backers.
Oh, excellent.
Bought a scooter from us in our first campaign,
Excellent.
and they liked it, and they're continuing to support us.
Yeah.
And obviously, that just means the world to you. I mean, we put so much work and effort into this product, and it's just great for them to recognize that and continue to support us. I mean, the Kickstarter backers are a special group.
Yeah.
And we're pricing them so that it's going to be less expensive on our Kickstarter campaign than our suggested retail price.
Right.
But it is, I think, we're at what is it, $549 for the basic scooter.
Right.
Whereas before we were at $399.
Yeah.
But it's still, for a lithium-ion powered product, that's still, we feel, just an incredible price. There's a few other lithium-ion stand-up scooters out there. We don't think any of them have the same portability attributes that we have, but all of them are, more than twice as expensive, or close to twice as expensive as our product.
Right. Okay.
It's very competitive price.
Yeah. So what's sort of the strategy then beyond Kickstarter? Are you looking to get these into stores, Hammock or Schlemmer catalog, in-flight Sky Mall? What are your thoughts beyond the initial, backers and providing them with the bikes?
We have a dual plan. We have a dual channel approach.
Okay.
We want to sell our scooter directly on our website, and we also want to develop a dealer network. And so that's our efforts. At this point, we're wanting to deal with smaller dealers. Not that a large retailer would contact us, but if they would, I think we'd be hesitant. We want to just develop this. We want to develop it in manageable pieces.
Right.
And so we're heading back to Interbike in September, and we're looking forward to hopefully beginning that process of developing a dealer network. That's obviously a very valuable thing once it's in place, but that takes a lot of time. And so that's another wonderful thing, that in the meantime, what are we going to be doing? We're going to be working hard, selling our scooter on the internet, selling our scooter through Amazon, through eBay, trying to use direct marketing approaches to develop our product as well.
So what are sort of the, here's the question I always get asked, of course, what's the service and what kind of warranty and that type of thing? Is it assuming, there's a problem? How are you planning on handling that?
Well, we've got a 1-year warranty, and that our service center is here in Holdridge, Nebraska, and that if there's an issue, we ask you to please return it to us. We'll fix it if it's covered by our warranty, and we'll return it to you.
Okay.
Very simple. We've also, we recognize that some customers, they want to take it for a test ride before they buy it. It's a $500 plus purchase.
Right.
And we also have a 100% satisfaction guaranteed policy that you can purchase our scooter, carefully take it out of the box, take it for a test ride. If it's not to your satisfaction, call us up, let us know. It's a pretty short time period. We want to know within 5 business days of your receipt.
Right.
But if so, return it. If you return it to us undamaged, we'll refund your money less our cost of shipping. If free shipping.
All right. So now where can people find out more about this?
Well, people can find out more about this on our website,
which is
www.Glion-scooter.com.
Okay.
And what we'd like them to do is go to our website and then click on the Kickstarter tab and go to our Kickstarter page.
Okay.
And please consider supporting our project.
All right.
Let's change the way the world commutes.
Right.
One scooter at a time.
One scooter at a time. I love it. Great. Robert, thank you so much for taking the time. And wish you the best of luck, and 40,000 and north. So
Thank you, Bill. Really appreciate the opportunity. Take care.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.